What if Tony Stark became Doctor Strange? Imagine a world where the genius billionaire playboy philanthropist trades his iron suit for the mystic arts. Hey there, true believers. Welcome back to another mind-bending exploration of the Marvel Multiverse. Today we're diving into a tantalizing what-if scenario that's sure to twist your reality. What if Tony Stark became Doctor Strange? In the vast tapestry of the Marvel Universe, alternate timelines and realities offer endless possibilities. From Peggy Carter wielding the shield to Spider-Man joining the Fantastic Four, the what-if stories ignite our imaginations. But swapping the transformative journeys of Tony Stark and Stephen Strange? Now that's a cosmic game-changer. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey that blends technology and mysticism, challenges our heroes in new ways, and reshapes the fate of the Avengers as we know them. Let's get started. Background on Tony Stark. First things first, let's talk about Tony Stark, the man, the myth, the metal. Born into wealth and brilliance, Tony is the heir to Stark Industries. With an IQ off the charts and a wit as sharp as his style, he's the epitome of success. But beneath that flashy exterior lies a complex character. Remember that fateful trip to Afghanistan? Captured by terrorists and wounded by his own company's weapons, Tony was forced to confront the consequences of his life's work. Using scraps in a cave, he built the first Iron Man suit, a marvel of engineering that saved his life and set him on a path to protect the world from the very dangers he helped create. Tony's personality is a cocktail of arrogance, charm, and a relentless drive to outdo himself. His penchant for technology isn't just a career, it's an extension of who he is. So, imagining him stepping into the role of Sorcerer Supreme? That's a radical shift. Let's see how that plays out. Background on Dr. Stephen Strange. On the flip side, we have Dr. Stephen Strange, the master of the mystic arts. A brilliant but egotistical neurosurgeon, Strange's hands were his life until a devastating car accident shattered them. Desperate to heal and reclaim his old life, he exhausted every medical option. His quest led him to Kamar-Taj, where he met the Ancient One. There, Strange embarked on a journey that transcended physical healing. He delved into the realms of magic, learning to harness energies and dimensions beyond comprehension. Through intense training and humbling experiences, he transformed from a man consumed by ego to a guardian of reality itself. Strange's story is one of redemption and enlightenment. His determination, initially fueled by selfish desires, evolves into a selfless commitment to protect all existence. So what happens when we transpose Tony's story onto this mystical path? Let's conjure up some possibilities. The divergence point, how Tony becomes Doctor Strange. All right, let's rewrite history. Imagine Tony Stark, not injured by shrapnel to his heart, but instead his hands are irreparably damaged in a luxury sports car crash. Stripped of his ability to create and tinker, the very essence of his identity, Tony spirals into desperation. He'd scour the globe, seeking any experimental treatment to restore his hands. It's here that he hears whispers of a mysterious place called Kamar-Taj. Intrigued and with nothing to lose, Tony embarks on a journey to the mystical East. Upon arrival, instead of the high-tech labs he's accustomed to, he finds ancient temples and monks. Skeptical and sarcastic as ever, Tony meets the Ancient One. At first, he dismisses their teachings as New Age hocus-pocus. But witnessing the astral dimension and the Eye of Agamotto in action shatters his skepticism. Faced with undeniable proof of powers beyond science, Tony decides to embrace the mystic arts, not just to heal himself, but to unlock new realms of knowledge. His insatiable curiosity drives him to become a devoted, albeit unconventional, student of magic. And so the path of Sorcerer Supreme beckons. Impact on Tony Stark's character development. Now let's delve into how this mystical journey would reshape Tony Stark. Trading in his gadgets for spellbooks isn't exactly in Tony's wheelhouse, but imagine how the disciplines of the mystic arts could temper his ego. The teachings of the Ancient One might instill a sense of humility, showing him that despite his genius, there's a vast multiverse of knowledge yet to be understood. Tony's analytical mind could lead him to approach magic through the lens of quantum physics. He might attempt to quantify spells, chart dimensions, and perhaps even develop a new branch of techno-magic. However, his technological background could clash with the ethereal nature of mysticism. Tony might struggle with letting go of control, relying on intuition over intellect. This internal conflict could be a pivotal part of his development, pushing him to grow in ways he never imagined. Moreover, embracing the role of a sorcerer could expand Tony's empathy. Witnessing countless realities and the fragility of existence might humble him, fostering a deeper understanding of his place in the universe. But let's not forget his trademark sarcasm and wit. Imagine Tony conjuring a spell and quipping, "Now that's how you make an entrance." His personality would bring a fresh dynamic to the mystic arts, blending humor with wisdom. In essence, Tony's journey as Doctor Strange would be a fascinating blend of science and sorcery, intellect and intuition, arrogance and enlightenment. It would challenge him to redefine himself beyond the boundaries of technology. Effects on the Marvel Universe. Now let's unleash the ripple effects on the Marvel Universe. Without Tony becoming Iron Man, the formation of the Avengers takes a wild turn. Nick Fury's Avengers Initiative might struggle without its ironclad anchor. Who would step up? Perhaps Bruce Banner takes a more central role, or maybe S.H.I.E.L.D. relies more heavily on Captain America thawed from the ice. As Sorcerer Supreme, Tony would be a formidable force against cosmic threats. When Loki arrives with the Chitauri army, Tony might utilize portals and protective spells instead of suits and missiles. He could close dimensional rifts, preventing invasions before they start. The creation of Ultron takes on a new twist. Without Tony's technological obsession, Ultron might never be born. Alternatively, Tony might attempt to merge magic with AI, creating an even more unpredictable entity. Imagine an Ultron with command over both technology and magic. His relationships with characters like Pepper Potts and James Rhodes would also shift. Pepper might become an anchor to his old life, reminding him of the man he was, while Rhodey could be skeptical of Tony's foray into the mystical. This could strain friendships or open new avenues for collaboration. And what about villains like Thanos? With Tony wielding the Time Stone, the Eye of Agamotto, he becomes a prime target. The Infinity War might play out differently, with Tony using temporal spells to outmaneuver the Mad Titan. Furthermore, Tony could mentor others in the mystic arts, perhaps discovering and guiding young talents like Wanda Maximoff earlier. His influence could lead to a new generation of heroes combining magic and intellect. The absence of Iron Man technology would impact the world. No arc reactors revolutionizing clean energy, no advanced prosthetics inspired by his suits. The global stage might see a rise in other tech giants, or perhaps a greater reliance on mystical solutions. In essence, Tony as Doctor Strange reshapes alliances, battles, and even the destiny of the universe itself. The balance between magic and technology would tilt, introducing new challenges and opportunities for our heroes and villains alike. Possible story arcs and adventures. Let's envision some epic storylines. Arc 1, Techno-Mystic Innovations. Tony can't resist tinkering, so he begins merging magic with technology. He creates enchanted gadgets, like a levitating suit powered by mystic energy or spells encoded into holographic interfaces. This fusion could lead to groundbreaking advancements and unforeseen consequences. Imagine a spell gone awry due to a software glitch. Arc 2, Battle against Dormammu. Facing off against Dormammu, Tony's approach differs from Strange's. He might devise a containment field amplifying mystic energies, attempting to trap the dark entity scientifically. His unorthodox methods could either be the key to victory or risk catastrophic backlash. Arc 3, Conflict with Baron Mordo. Baron Mordo, strict adherent to the old ways, could see Tony's hybrid practices as heresy. This ideological clash could spark a rivalry, with Mordo seeking to restore traditional mysticism by eliminating Tony. Their battles would blend spectacular magic duels with strategic mind games. Arc 4, Allies in Unlikely Places. Tony might collaborate with characters like Shuri from Wakanda, blending vibranium technology with magic. Together, they could create wonders or accidentally unleash new threats. This partnership could bridge cultural gaps and introduce fascinating dynamics. Arc 5, The Mystic Avengers. Realizing the growing mystical threats, Tony forms a new team, a Mystic Avengers. Members could include Scarlet Witch, Dr. Voodoo, and even Loki, if he's feeling cooperative. This team tackles the dangers that conventional heroes can't handle, adding depth to the Marvel Universe. Arc 6, Inner Demons. Amidst his adventures, Tony grapples with his identity. Is he the man of science or the master of magic? This existential crisis could lead him to face manifestations of his fears and doubts, perhaps battling a shadow version of himself, a literal fight against his inner demons. These story arcs offer rich narratives, blending action, philosophy, and character development. Tony's unique approach to problems, mixing logic with the illogical, creates limitless possibilities for storytelling. Comparison between Tony Stark and Stephen Strange. Let's draw some parallels and contrasts. Similarities: arrogance and ego. Both Tony and Stephen start as brilliant but arrogant individuals, confident in their abilities to the point of hubris. Life-altering accidents. Each experiences a catastrophic event that propels them onto a path of self-discovery and heroism. Journey to enlightenment. Their quests lead them to confront their flaws, ultimately embracing roles that serve a greater good. Differences. Problem-solving approaches. Tony relies on technology and innovation, always looking to build and create. Stephen embraces ancient knowledge, tradition, and the unseen forces of magic. Backgrounds. Tony's life is steeped in wealth and corporate influence, while Stephen's is rooted in the medical field and academia. Role as Sorcerer Supreme. Tony might revolutionize the role, introducing technological advancements to magical practices, whereas Stephen respects the sanctity of the mystic traditions. In essence, while their paths share similarities, their unique perspectives would shape their destinies differently. Tony's tenure as Sorcerer Supreme would undoubtedly be marked by change and innovation. Visuals and special effects considerations. Now picture this. Imagine Tony conjuring spells with a twist. His signature holographic HUD displays interlaced with magical sigils. The air around him flickers with circuits intertwining with runes. His spells could have a digital aesthetic, glowing with both arcane energy and technological hues. He might design a new kind of cloak of levitation, integrated with nanotechnology, allowing it to shift forms or generate protective shields. His Sanctum Sanctorum could be a blend of ancient artifacts and cutting-edge tech, with mystical artifacts cataloged and analyzed. The Eye of Agamotto might project holographic diagrams when used, breaking down the complexities of time manipulation. Visual effects would merge the fluid motions of magic with the sleek lines of technology, creating a unique and captivating spectacle for audiences. This fusion offers endless creative opportunities for filmmakers and artists to craft a visually stunning portrayal of Tony Stark as Doctor Strange. Fan reactions and cultural impact. So how might fans react? Such a bold what-if scenario would likely ignite passionate discussions across the fandom. Some might embrace the fresh take, excited to see a beloved character in a new light. The merging of Tony's tech-savvy persona with mysticism could inspire fan art, cosplay, and a surge of interest in the comics exploring similar themes. Others might prefer the characters remain in their established roles, concerned that the swap diminishes the uniqueness of each hero's journey. Debates could spark over forums and social media, analyzing the implications and sharing personal takes on the storyline. In terms of cultural impact, this concept could lead to new merchandise. Think action figures of Tony in sorcerer attire, or comics detailing these alternate adventures. It could influence future film adaptations, encouraging studios to explore more daring narratives. Overall, the storyline would enrich the Marvel Multiverse, showcasing the endless possibilities of character development and storytelling. Conclusion. And there you have it. Exploring what happens when Tony Stark becomes Doctor Strange opens up a universe of endless possibilities. It's a captivating blend of science and sorcery, challenging characters and fans alike to think beyond the conventional. This thought experiment not only highlights the flexibility of storytelling within the Marvel Multiverse, but also invites us to consider how different paths shape who we become. Whether it's through technology or magic, the essence of heroism remains the same: protecting others and striving for a better world. So, what do you think about Tony swapping his arc reactor for the Eye of Agamotto? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys into the multiverse. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and stay super.